Ever needed to send a quick chunk of cash to a friend across the country, or maybe even internationally? Maybe you're helping out a family member or splitting a vacation rental with friends. Whatever the reason, wire transfers are a fast and convenient way to get money from point A to point B. But with a sea of banks and financial institutions out there, all with their own quirks and features, it can be tough to know which one is right for you. So, if you're an Ally Bank customer and you're wondering, does Ally do wire transfers? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll be diving deep into all things Ally wire transfers, from how they work to any fees or limitations you might encounter. Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty, let's take a quick step back and address the elephant in the room. Ally Bank is a completely online bank, which means there are no physical branches to walk into. This might make some folks nervous, especially when it comes to something as important as a wire transfer. But fear not. Ally has a robust online platform and mobile app that allows you to manage your finances from anywhere in the world, wire transfers included. Alright, back on track. So, does Ally do wire transfers? The answer is yes. Ally Bank offers domestic and international wire transfer services. Phew, glad we cleared that up. But with any financial transaction, there are always details to consider. So, let's unpack the process and see how Ally's wire transfers work. First things first, to initiate a wire transfer, you'll need to log into your Ally online banking account or mobile app. Once you're in, navigate to the transfer section and look for the option for wires. Ally will guide you through the process, which typically involves entering the recipient's information, including their name, address, and bank account details. Double-check this information for accuracy, as any errors can cause delays or even cancellations. Specifying the amount you want to send. Keep in mind, there might be minimum and maximum transfer limits to be aware of. Choosing the transfer speed. Ally usually offers options for standard or expedited transfers. Standard transfers take a few business days to complete, while expedited transfers can be much faster, sometimes even same day. Naturally, expedited transfers often come with a higher fee. Reviewing all the details before confirming the transfer. Make sure everything looks good before hitting that send button. Now, let's talk about fees. Because, hey, who wants to get hit with unexpected charges? Ally does charge fees for wire transfers, and the exact amount can vary depending on the type of transfer, domestic or international, and the speed you choose. Generally, domestic wire transfers tend to be cheaper than international ones. Similarly, expedited transfers will typically cost more than standard transfers. Here's the kicker: Ally offers a certain number of free domestic wire transfers per statement cycle, depending on the type of account you have. So, if you're an Ally customer who doesn't need to make frequent wire transfers, this could be a big perk. Be sure to check your account details or Ally's website for the most up-to-date information on free transfer allowances. Alright, we've covered the basics of how Ally wire transfers work and the fees involved. But is there anything else you should know? Here are a few additional points to consider. Security. Since everything is done online, security is a top concern. Ally utilizes robust encryption measures to protect your information during wire transfers. But remember, it's always a good practice to be cautious when transferring money online. Be wary of phishing scams and never share your account details with anyone. Turnaround time. As mentioned earlier, standard wire transfers typically take a few business days to complete, while expedited transfers can be much faster. Keep this in mind when scheduling your transfer, especially if you need the money to arrive urgently. International transfers. For international wire transfers, there might be additional fees involved, such as intermediary bank charges. Ally usually doesn't have control over these, so be sure to factor them into your budget. In conclusion, Ally Bank does offer wire transfer services, both domestically and internationally. The process is relatively straightforward and can be done entirely through Ally's online platform or mobile app. There are fees associated with wire transfers, but Ally does offer a certain number of free transfers per month depending on your account type. So, If you're an Ally Bank customer and you need to send a wire transfer, you have the option to do so. Just be sure to factor in any fees and consider the turnaround time based on the transfer speed you choose. With that said, thanks.